In the quiet, rural landscape of northern Idaho, where dense forests stretch for miles and the rugged beauty of nature remains largely untouched by modern life, the disappearance of Sky Daniels remains one of the region's most chilling mysteries. 5 years have passed since the 27-year-old woman vanished without a trace in 2017, yet the enigma surrounding her case continues to captivate and disturb those who seek answers. Sky Daniels was last seen on a warm June evening in 2017, leaving a friend's house in Post Falls, Idaho. Described as an adventurous and free-spirited woman with a deep love for the outdoors, Sky was known to take spontaneous trips into the wilderness, often camping alone to reconnect with nature. She had spent much of her life in the Pacific Northwest, a region she loved for its towering pine trees, crystal-clear lakes, and the sense of solitude it offered. On that fateful evening, Sky mentioned to her friend that she planned to spend the weekend exploring the woods near the St. Joe River, an area she had visited multiple times before. She promised to check in after her trip, a promise she never kept. When Sky failed to return or make any contact, her family grew concerned. By the time they reported her missing to the authorities, she had already been gone for 3 days. The search for Sky Daniels was extensive. Law enforcement agencies, volunteers, and professional search and rescue teams scoured the dense forests, rugged mountains, and the meandering riverbanks where she was believed to have ventured. The area, known for its difficult terrain and unpredictable weather, made the search challenging from the outset. Despite their efforts, the search yielded few clues. The campsite where Sky had likely stayed was eventually found, but it offered little in the way of evidence. Her tent was still there, neatly pitched as if she had only stepped away for a moment. Inside, her belongings were undisturbed, her backpack, food supplies, and even a book she had been reading were all left behind. It was as if she had vanished into thin air. The discovery of her car parked at a nearby trailhead only deepened the mystery. The vehicle showed no signs of foul play, the keys were found tucked inside the glove compartment, and nothing appeared to be missing. Authorities were left with more questions than answers. 3 weeks after Sky's disappearance, the investigation took a dark and eerie turn. A manila envelope, with no return address, arrived at the Post Falls Police Department. Inside was a single photograph, one that would haunt investigators and Sky's loved ones for years to come. The photo was of Sky, unmistakably her with her bright blue eyes and signature smile. She was standing in a dense forest, surrounded by trees that seemed to swallow the light. The image was haunting. Sky was smiling, but it was a smile that did not reach her eyes. She looked almost lost, her expression distant, as if she was unaware of the camera. The most disturbing aspect of the photograph was the fact that no one knew who had taken it. Sky had been alone on her trip, and the photograph had been sent anonymously. The envelope contained no message, no clues, only the haunting image of a woman who seemed to be slipping away from reality. The photograph's metadata was stripped, leaving investigators with no leads on where or when it was taken. The authorities released the photo to the public, hoping someone would recognize the location or provide any information that could lead to Sky's whereabouts. The image circulated widely, fueling speculation and fear. Was Sky still alive? Was she being held against her will? Or had something more sinister occurred? As the investigation continued, theories about Sky's disappearance abounded. Some believed she had met with an accident in the wilderness, possibly falling victim to the treacherous terrain or a wild animal. Others suspected foul play, pointing to the mysterious photograph as evidence that someone else had been with her, someone who had a hand in her disappearance. A few theorists suggested that Sky had chosen to disappear, seeking a new life away from the pressures of her previous existence. But those who knew her best dismissed this idea, insisting that she would never willingly leave her family and friends without a word. The possibility of a serial killer or a stalker also emerged as a chilling theory. Northern Idaho, with its vast, isolated wilderness, has long been a place where people can easily disappear. Some wondered if Sky had crossed paths with a predator who had been watching her, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. As time passed, the search for Sky Daniels gradually faded from the headlines, but the mystery remained unsolved. The photograph, that last haunting image of Sky, continued to be a source of endless speculation. For Sky's family, the lack of closure was unbearable. They held on to the hope that she might still be alive, that someday she would walk out of the forest and back into their lives. The investigation remained open, with detectives revisiting the case periodically, hoping for new leads or advancements in technology that might shed light on what happened to Sky. But the trail had gone cold, and with each passing year, the chances of finding her seemed to slip further away. Sky Daniels' disappearance left an indelible mark on the community of Post Falls and the surrounding areas. Her story became a cautionary tale, a reminder of the dangers that can lurk even in the most beautiful of places. Hikers and campers who once felt at ease in the vast wilderness now looked over their shoulders, aware that the serene forests could hide dark secrets. Local legends and ghost stories began to circulate, with some claiming to have seen a ghostly figure resembling Sky wandering through the woods at dusk. Others reported strange sounds at night, whispers carried on the wind, or the faint echo of a woman's voice calling out for help. Despite the passage of time, the mystery of Sky Daniels continues to haunt northern Idaho. Her face, forever frozen in that last enigmatic smile, lingers in the memories of those who followed her story. The photograph, with its unsettling implications, remains a symbol of the unknown, a reminder that some mysteries are never meant to be solved. The disappearance of Sky Daniels is a story that refuses to fade away. It is a tale of unanswered questions, of a young woman lost to the wilds of northern Idaho, and of a photograph that may be the only clue to her fate. As the years roll on, the case remains one of the most baffling and haunting mysteries in the region's history. Sky's family continues to seek answers, holding on to the hope that someday the truth will be revealed. But until that day comes, the forests of northern Idaho will keep their secrets, and the mystery of Sky Daniels will endure, a dark chapter in the annals of unsolved disappearances.